As perfect as Hollywood pretends to be, people like Ricky Gervais with his no-filter comedy tear right through its facade. From roasting Caitlyn Jenner for killing a woman in a car accident to calling out Tim Cook and Apple for its labor violations, here are all the victims of Ricky Gervais, starting with Mel Gibson. Mel has a long, messy history of alcoholism and other controversies. When Mel Gibson was arrested for a DUI case in 2006, Ricky Gervais took the chance to clown him at his 2010 Golden Globe speech.
Honestly, I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson.
But this arrest didn't just end with a DUI, as Mel Gibson went on and made anti-Semitic comments about the Jewish people. F***ing Jews, the Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world. And although he later apologized for his behavior, Ricky Gervais' response to his actions was hilarious.
He's been through a lot. Not as much as the Jews. To be fair, this presenter is beautiful, talented, and Jewish, apparently. Mel Gibson told me that. He's obsessed.
But that wasn't all. Ricky went on and rubbed it on Mel's face once again.
And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames, we know who Mel blames. Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No.
After making vile remarks at the Jewish people during the 2006 arrest, Mel swore at a female police officer. 10 years later, during the 2016 Golden Globes, Ricky Gervais and Mel Gibson had an awkward on-stage exchange about the same incident. Ricky's joke was censored by the event. However, according to people from backstage, this is what he said.
What the f*** does sugar even mean?
People in the audience were visibly speechless after hearing Ricky's comments. And as if that wasn't savage enough, Ricky closed the night with one last roast.
From myself and Mel Gibson, shalom.
Don't want Gervais to make fun of you? Don't do stupid shit. It's not really difficult. I don't know if Ricky was playing tipsy or if he really was. He's that good. Even Mel Gibson, with all his fame, wasn't safe from Ricky Gervais' joke. Similar to the next person on our list, Caitlyn Jenner. She came out as a transgender woman in 2015, but her transition wasn't the only thing that made headlines. In the same year, Caitlyn was involved in a car accident that left one woman dead. The story dominated headlines, and it wasn't long before Ricky Gervais found his angle. At the 2016 Golden Globes, Ricky opened the show by saying,
But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
Outrage followed on social media, with many accusing Gervais of transphobia and insensitivity. But Ricky doubled down, insisting the joke was about celebrity, stereotypes, and the accident, not Caitlyn's gender identity. People like the idea of freedom of speech until they hear something they don't like. Suggesting a joke about Caitlyn Jenner is automatically transphobic is like suggesting a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. Caitlyn herself responded when asked about Ricky's comments. On Ricky, I think what I'm gonna do is call the Golden Globes and see if they need a new host for next year, and we'll solve that problem. But Gervais wasn't done. In his 2018 Netflix special, Humanity, he broke down the controversy, explaining the intent behind the joke and mocking the backlash.
The target of the joke is a celebrity killing someone in their car. Let's not forget that, shall we? A celebrity killing someone in their car, running home and popping on a dress. That's the target of the joke, just so we're clear, okay?
She had some balls to think her jokes could outsmart Ricky's and get away from easily. And that's exactly what Ricky did. He mocked Caitlyn's response to his joke.
I just sent back, let her host, just don't let her drive.
What followed was a series of backlash from people stating that Ricky was demeaning Caitlyn Jenner. However, Ricky had a hilarious comment on this in his stand-up show.
And I found out my crime was that I dead named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was. And Bruce Jenner went. That was his name for 58 years, I think.
That was his name for 58 years. Sums up perfectly how nonsensical the situation is. But while Ricky Gervais is touring to Caitlyn Jenner's entire persona, he instead went straight for Kevin Hart's scandals and his insecurities. He's known for his quick wit and huge presence on stage. But in 2019, Hart stepped down from hosting the Oscars after backlash over old homophobic tweets resurfaced. And naturally, Ricky Gervais clocked that drama in his 2020 Golden Globes monologue.
So, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood Foreign Press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is.
Kevin was also roasted for his height multiple times, and Ricky joined with his deadpan jokes. One small joke that roasts 4 celebrities. This is why this man is the GOAT. However, it didn't just stop there. In 2025, Ricky declined to host the Golden Globes, but he still dropped a monologue from his bathtub, and of course, it featured Kevin Hart. When Kevin was asked about hosting Diddy's party, he replied with a clearly uncomfortable laugh and dodged the question.
When you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
I hosted for Diddy. You asked the wrong person the wrong question. That's like your question.
Do you think he's safe in jail?
Wrong person, the wrong person.
However, Ricky took the chance to roast this sketchy case in his 2025 mock monologue. Kevin Hart said that being at one of Diddy's parties was uncomfortable, as he wouldn't leave him alone. Eventually, he had to shout, "I'm a midget, not a child." As usual, Ricky layered his punchlines with the absurdity of celebrity, controversy, and scandal. It's amazing how annoyingly clever this guy is. He is a true comedian, one of the best at his time. While Kevin Hart caught heat for his scandals, Ricky Gervais went all in on Leo DiCaprio's obsession with young women and the age gap between him and his girlfriends. Although Leonardo is one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, he's known for his reputation for dating women half his age. The internet ran with this, creating memes about how his girlfriends mysteriously expire at 25, and his specific pattern of love life. And Ricky Gervais joined in. During the 2020 Golden Globes award show, while giving his monologue, he roasted Leonardo about his dating habits.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
However, Leonardo was totally unfazed and simply just laughed it off. Leo doesn't care, he's like, true. But Ricky Gervais had more to roast about.
Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you're nearly 50, son.
I mean, he's not wrong. Leo's track record is young and done. Just as Ricky joked about Leonardo's dating habits, the same can't be said for the next person on our list, who is known for a globally debated reputation. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, and although his company is celebrated for its sleek devices and marketing, it's also heavily criticized for its labor practices. In 2020, during his hosting of the Golden Globes, Ricky Gervais didn't hesitate to target Apple and its CEO, who was present in the audience. Gervais began by praising Apple TV Plus's The Morning Show.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show, a superb drama, a superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing.
But then he called out the corporate contradictions.
Made by a company that runs sweatshops in China.
Tim Cook, who was seated among Hollywood's elite, gave a tight-lipped smile, but the discomfort in his face was obvious. His face got bright red, like he got caught, like he was getting yelled at by a school teacher as a little kid. However, Gervais didn't just stop there.
Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So,
just as this was happening, Ricky ended his roast by exposing the hypocrites of the industry.
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world.
I love how he says it to them and they think he's joking, and he's flat out serious. While Ricky called out Apple for its labor abuses, he didn't hold back roasting Felicity Huffman's most regretted scandal of her life. She's best known for her work as an actress in films like Desperate Housewives and Transamerica. And while she was widely respected in the acting world, the Operation Varsity Blues scandal overshadowed her career. In 2019, Huffman pled guilty to paying $15,000 for an SAT score to aid her eldest daughter's college admission. She later served 11 days in prison, paid a $30,000 fine, and completed 250 hours of community service. Although she had served her time, Ricky Gervais didn't let it slide.
But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So
the audience was visibly stunned, and Tom Hanks' reaction was widely memed. Tom Hanks being overwhelmed by the truth bomb is gold. However, Ricky had more to unload.
It's her daughter I feel sorry for.
Ricky joked about the whole situation by comparing it with Felicity's husband, William H. Macy's film role.
That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So
I loved it when Ricky put all these people in their place. They are so entitled, or at least they think they are. While Ricky joked about Felicity Huffman's biggest public misstep, he instead went even harder on Harvey Weinstein for his devastating abuse of power. He was once the biggest director behind movies like Pulp Fiction, Shakespeare in Love, and dozens of other Oscar-winning films. But in 2017, everything came crashing down when investigations exposed his decades-long pattern of sexual abuse and harassment. Weinstein was later convicted of rape and sexual assault, becoming the face of the #MeToo movement. And while much of Hollywood was quick to distance itself, Ricky Gervais didn't let the industry off the hook that easily. While ending the 2020 Golden Globes by announcing the last presenter, Ricky Gervais dropped his joke.
Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein.
After hearing gasps from the crowd, filled with numerous people who have worked with the producer, he added,
"You did it. I didn't. You did it. Shut the fuck up."
He interpreted a direct call out of Hollywood's tendency to cover up Weinstein's behavior. They ignored what Weinstein was doing for years. Only a couple of brave women came forward. Ricky was only saying what everyone was thinking. That Harvey Weinstein joke hurt them because they knew. After hitting Hollywood with some of his savvy Harvey Weinstein jokes, Ricky shifted gears on Tom Cruise for his famously intense reputation. Tom Cruise. He has dozens of blockbuster movies and is also widely recognized for his deep involvement with the Church of Scientology, a secretive religion often linked with cult-like control and celebrity worship. And Ricky Gervais wasn't going to let that slide. In his 2011 Golden Globe speech, Ricky took a subtle dig at Tom Cruise without mentioning his name, but the whole of Hollywood knew exactly who he meant: Cruise and Travolta. Everyone in the room knows it too. I love how all the celebrities immediately just freak out. Comedy gold. However, Ricky's dig didn't just end there. He later reacted to Tom Cruise's infamous on-set rant during the filming of Mission Impossible 7, where Tom exploded at crew members for not following COVID safety protocols.
If anyone coughs, I'll be like Tom Cruise. I'll go mental.
We are the gold standard. You're back here in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies, producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again.
Oh dear.
He may be a Scientologist, but he is passionate about what he does. Can respect that.
Now, if you'd like to support me, please hit the subscribe button and feel free to watch my newest upload here.